I'm Teresa V, and this is the place to be if you are a sensitive or love warrior who wants to feel more alive, be healthier, and have more of an impact in this beautiful world. In this video, we'll be talking about how starting over can guarantee that you create success and how it doesn't have to be a great big huge deal. Stay tuned. Most people slip up pretty quickly on those New Year's resolutions for several reasons. And most of us allow ourselves to use that as an excuse to just give up and go back to the way things were before. We lose sight of the reason why we wanted to create that change or hold that intention in the first place. We get down on ourselves and lack the compassion that we would have for others in the exact same situation. We would be encouraging, we would hold them accountable, we would help them to develop a plan that would ensure their success. But when it comes to ourselves, we isolate ourselves, we beat ourselves up, and we tell ourselves that we're failures. So if you're finding yourself on the losing end of your New Year's resolution or the intention that you've been holding, here are some things you can do to get back on course. Any time of day, any time of the year. Number 1, start your day, your month, or your year over at any time. And you can do this as many times as you want. This allows you to reflect on what it is that you didn't do as well as you wanted to and make a choice to not let it affect you in a negative way and take the knowledge gained from the experience and move forward, starting over. Number 2, think of all the choices that you've made that were in line with the change that you wanted to create, with the resolution you made, or with the intention that you're holding. Reflect on those things, maybe even journal them, write them down. This way, that one thing that steered you off course doesn't have the ability to take the reins and take control. When we trip up or when we fail, that tends to become the one thing that we focus on. What we need to do is acknowledge that there was a little slip up and it's okay. We can get back on track. And one of the easiest ways to do this is to bring our energy into the vibration where we know we can get back on track. And all of the things we did that were in line with what we wanted to create are the empirical evidence that shows us that we can do this. So let go of that one slip up. Don't let the disappointment ruin your mojo. Instead, let it fuel you to do better. Let it remind you of the choices that you no longer want to make, what you no longer want in your life. And then ride that wave into the change that you want. Number 3, realize that you're probably expecting more of yourself than you do of other people. When we're helping other people make changes in their life, we're always sure to tell them not to take on too much at the same time. But when we're doing it in our own lives, very often we take on 10 changes at the same time instead of 1 or 2. We view ourselves as superhuman because we have the ability to connect with the divine. We have the ability to pull on that spiritual energy. But we neglect our humanity. It's time now for us to work within our humanity so that we can have as much energy as possible to create the changes we want to create in our own life and to create the changes and have the impact we want to have in the world. There are a couple of things to consider here. One of them is that when we are making New Year's resolutions, when we're in a place where this time of year is cold, we're working against biology. We often want to make changes that involve more movement, that involve having more energy, at a time of year where our bodies are naturally in a place where they want to hibernate and store energy instead of expend it. This is not an excuse to push you off course. This is for you to realize what is happening in the world around you, what is happening internally, so that you can be more realistic with the way you approach your goals, with the way you approach the changes that you want to make. It's a path to understanding and communicating more effectively with your body and your system in the interest of striking up a compromise. Number 4, ease into the changes you want to make. Our tendency to take on so many things is old paradigm stuff. The way we used to function. We used to take on too much and be overwhelmed, be overworked. It's time to embrace our humanity and work within its constraints so that we can be as healthy, vibrant, and sourced as possible to do the work we're here to do in the world. For example, if there are 6 things on your to-do list today that need your focus, Maybe you start with 2 and focus on getting those 2 done, and then see if you have time or energy left to get the rest done. Be realistic about where you put them on your calendar. Number 5 is gratitude. Being grateful that we are in the position that we are in to make the changes that we want to make. That our life, our situation is conducive to being able to focus our energy on what we want to shift, what we want to change, what we want to create. Many people throughout the world don't have this luxury. So practicing gratitude helps us to be in the flow, to be in the openness, to be receptive to all that is coming to us in support of what we want to create. And at the same time, let's intend with every thought, word, and deed this year to not forget how lucky we are, to not forget how privileged we are to be able to focus on our spirituality, to focus on having impact in the world, to focus on our service. And with everything we do, with every thought we think, let's pave the way to everyone in the world having the ability to do the same thing next year. Let's get closer. Let's do the work that we need to do to set up the conditions where we can all make more choices and have more sovereignty within our own lives. We forget how powerful our focus is. We forget how powerful our intention is. We know it intuitively, we understand it, we've been taught it 1 billion times. But we always think that we're the exception to the rule. We look at others and see how powerful their intention is, and then forget that we have the ability to do the exact same thing. So let's remember our power. Let's be grateful for our sovereignty. Let's be grateful for the ability to make the changes that we are here to make. Let's hold the energy within ourselves as though that change is already done. It's already done. So that we can feel it and continually come back to the feeling, both within ourselves, in our own lives, and within the world. And that energy will start to pave the way. We will be shown the steps to take when we are in the vibration of knowing it is already so done. If you would like some more support making the changes you want to make in your life, consider an Ayurvedic and health counseling session. In these sessions, we'll take a deep dive into where you are now and what you want to create in terms of your health, your wellness, and your life. And if you want to go even deeper, consider the Ignite mentorship, where you and I will get together over the course of a couple of months and focus on where you are now and what you want to create in terms of your purpose, in terms of embracing your gifts and letting them open to their fullest potential, as well as having the knowledge and the wisdom of how to work with them in the most effective way. Let's clear the path so that you can be your most healthy, vibrant self this year. Links to both of these opportunities are in the comments section below or in the description of this video. I look so forward to staying connected with you this year and helping you to embrace your own power, to embrace who you truly are, and to embrace the world in a whole new way. Thank you so much for being here and sharing these videos out as freely as you do so that all who need this information can have access to it. Sending you so much love and gratitude. Bye.